my name is Joyce. I'm the artist behind this one character, and this is my husband Steven. He helps me with a lot of things, especially staying sane. Here's some of my old art. I used to do a lot of pen and ink, sticker art, and acrylic painting, but currently I've just stuck to digital art. I started last year in 2023, so I'm still learning a lot as I go. I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked, but here's my mini vlog about prep and process for Nashville Comic Con 2024. So it all started with the Nashville Cherry Blossom Festival that was just a couple months prior. But here is my setup. I hate it. Also, here's Steven. The event itself was amazing as usual, but I really hated my setup at this point. A lot of things went wrong, we got there late, and I felt like I was not prepared at all. But overall, it was a bad experience because I dropped the ball on how I wanted to portray my art. So yeah, I wanted to learn from my mistakes and make sure that Comic-Con was a better presentation. So here's what I was thinking. Here's a sketch that I made for my booth. As you can see, I have some new items here that I've never sold before, like shirts, tumblers, and totes. And in order to make and customize these, I needed to buy a heat press, a mug heat press, and other miscellaneous display items for my booth. I needed a game plan since I only had 1 month to make everything and learn all these new machines. So here's the game plan. I had to use the first week to research and decide which presses I was going to buy. I had done research before, but I had to finalize my decision. Once I made that decision, I had to purchase the presses, and they would arrive later that week. During the second week, I had to design and decide which art I was going to use. On Friday, I had to order the art, which would arrive next week. I also had to order the shirts, which would also arrive next week. After that, I needed to place my Amazon orders for my sticker displays and t-shirt displays. And following that, I needed to arrange my space so I could immediately start making totes and tumblers. And at the end of the third week, I needed to cut the gang sheets for the t-shirts, which I had to get started on ASAP. I needed to start and finish all 50 shirts through the weekend. And the last week was dedicated to making and restocking stickers. On Friday, I bought the item wagon, I checked into the venue at noon, and then came back in the evening to set up. Saturday was day one of the event. So it was going to be a busy month, to say the least, but I was determined. All I had to do was plan ahead, meet my deadlines, and space it out so I didn't feel too stressed. All of it was kind of a gamble though, since it was my first time purchasing and using these heat presses. I just had to pray that it all came together in the end. So I tackled the small items first. Here I am cutting the gang sheets for my tumblers and my totes. I ordered my art transfers from Ninja Transfers, and they're pretty affordable and worth it because the quality of the prints are amazing. I'm definitely going to keep sourcing from them until one day when I can finally afford my own transfer printer. Now here's the mug press I bought. It is the Vevor mug heat press. It was affordable and it does get the job done. I know that they do have more options on their website, but I decided to go with this one because at the time it was on sale. You can see here, they transfer so well. The color really pops and the quality is just so good. I was really happy with how these turned out. Next were the mini totes, and funniest story about these totes, I wasn't supposed to get the mini size. For some reason, I think I was in just such a hurry to order that it didn't click in my brain that 8x8 was small. I even formatted my art that size and it still didn't click in my brain. So yeah, I was about to give up on them, but my friends encouraged me to still use them as a mystery bag, and I wasn't sure how well it would sell, but spoilers, they sold out. So I'm really thankful that they advised me to still use them. Here's my first tote. Here's the second tote. And yeah, I really love how they turned out. Next on the list were the t-shirts. I had 6 rolls to cut, and it doesn't show here the 6th one because it was hiding under the press machine. But yes, there are 6 rolls. These took a while, especially because I only had mornings to work with, but I was able to get them done when I needed to. When I finally received the shirts, I was really nervous to get started, but I had to push past all of that nervousness since I was on a deadline, and that's just how it goes. But I was really thankful for these alignment tools from Ninja Transfers. It really helped me be super precise, and I could not afford to make any mistakes at this point, which I did end up making a couple mess ups, but hey, that's to be expected. That's part of the process when you're first learning how to do something. Here's a snippet of the 3 t-shirt designs I made for the con. After I finished pressing all of the shirts, which took a few days, I was on to the final week before the con. I needed to re-up on some sticker inventory. For my stickers, I print them here at home, I laminate them, and then I prep them to be cut by taping the cut marks. So these corner marks here, you gotta tape them. For some reason, Cricut doesn't like shiny paper, so you have to tape the marks in order for it to read properly. It's always such a satisfying and fun process to make them. I just love stickers. Here's my new display. I usually have them on a grid wall with every sticker being numbered, but I decided to switch it up. I didn't necessarily like having 2 stickers per cubby, but you know, why not if I had more to show? I also really liked changing it to this because people were able to pick them up, interact with them, and just see the quality for themselves. And I definitely felt like they sold better than when I had them on a grid wall. The rest of the week was pretty lax, which was the goal. I did end up making some simple packaging for my tumblers. I added some care instructions and a simple thank you, all packaged nicely like a little Capri Sun with the straw taped on the side. So cute. I also really enjoyed putting my mystery bags together. Again, every tote had 2 prints and 5 stickers, and it was just really fun picking them out. And finally, everything was coming together. This wasn't my exact setup, but it's always so satisfying to see all the elements come together when you only visualized it at first as a sketch. Alas, Friday was here. I spent the morning working, and then I made my way to the venue at noon just to check in. And the event was held at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Here is the space. I'm starting from the back of the hall. So here is Artist Alley, and then towards the middle right here is where Artist Alley starts. As you can see, it's pretty spacious. The side here and the front area is where all the vendors and resellers are. So not everyone in the vendor space are resellers, but usually if you see an artist in the vendor space, they just have a lot of their art to sell. So yes, back to the back of the room. It's me! This is my spot in the back corner. I was nervous about the placement, but you know, still optimistic and hoped for the best. But as you keep walking down the back of this room right here is the exhibit hall where all the celebrities were going to do their meet and greets and signing, aka the celebrity hall. I think they also did panels back here as well and other events like cosplay contests. So yeah, that's pretty much the layout of the land. I think I really appreciated how spacious it all felt. It was time to go home, do more work, and pack everything up because I don't know why I decided to do that last minute. There was obviously a lot of rearranging to do. Also, side note, I bought this extra large wagon from Academy Sports and it is amazing. Here it is with all my stuff. It takes one trip with all the stuff that I have, but as you can see here, if you have a little overflow, the back part opens up, which is so great. There's pockets on the side, the inside, and the front has cup holders. It's the best. I highly recommend getting an extra large wagon. Then there's Steven. We both got off work and met at the venue since he works in Nashville. But as you can see, we came back around 6-ish and people were already setting up slowly. And that was something I appreciated about this con, is that all the artists and the vendors had all day on Friday to set up, and it just made everything less stressful. And here we are setting up. I need to get a new tablecloth, honestly. I currently use 2 tiny ones. And it was time to go home. We just set up structures and I was gonna lay out all the art tomorrow before the con started. But here is what everything looked like before we left. Again, the flexibility for the vendors was nice in case people had to work late. And it's here! Day 1 of the con has arrived. I woke up super early with my coffee and it was raining, surprisingly. A lot of people felt like maybe the attendance wouldn't be too great since it was raining, but I begged to differ. A lot of attendees cosplay and nothing can stop people that cosplay, especially because they put in a lot of work to be able to show it off. So I had hope. The first hour was set up. I had my tumblers, my totes, my hats, my shirts, and the stickers. So here's me with the setup. I'm super awkward. Sadly, I didn't make any more videos during the con since I was using my phone as the point of sale, but here are photos of new and old friends. Here's some people with my art. Everyone was so nice. Here are some cosplays I enjoyed. I do wish I got footage of the peak crowd because there was more people on Saturday than Sunday. But overall, day 1 was really great. I sold out of my mystery totes, so I decided to go to Michael's and get medium totes to print on. Thankfully, I had some extra transfer sheets to use and boom! Extra totes to sell! It was time for day 2. It started a little later, but I was ready with my coffee. I love this cup. And here's a cringe bathroom mirror shot of me wearing my Godzilla shirt. Sunday morning, all the vendors started to walk around and mingle, so that was pretty much the vibe that morning. I myself met so many cool artists and friends and reconnected with old friends from last year, and it was a good time. I just wish I was able to get better footage of the actual con festivities, like the contests, but you know, hopefully I can next year. Here's a little bit of footage as things were slowing down. Usually the last day is when people commit to purchasing things they've been eyeing on all weekend, which is what I was doing too. Also, there was a robo-dog doing his thing all day. It was pretty entertaining, so thank you to whoever brought it. Look at it. It's so cute and creepy, all at the same time. But yeah, day 2, that's a wrap. We had fun. We said all our goodbyes to our friends. Everyone was super nice. Overall, I would say it's a good con. But, you know, as a seller, the audience who attends is always hit or miss. You never really know what people are looking for when they attend a con. So last year I was really discouraged, but this year I wanted to make sure I had more variety. All that prep really helped me have a better presentation and will probably help me in future cons. But thanks for watching. Sorry it was long, but stay tuned as I keep making videos. Thanks guys!